It's time once again for me to give you my predictions for the upcoming Philadelphia Eagles National Football League football game. That was kind of redundant. Anyway, this Eagles team, have not won a game at home since September of 2012. The home crowd has not seen the team walk off with a win in over a year. Like, fans in Jacksonville are going, God damn, that's fucking terrible. Like, that is shameful. That is completely and utterly shameful. But this week is the week. They have a chance. They have a chance to get out of that fucking rut that they've dug themselves in at home. Because this is the easiest home game they have left. My God, people, we still got to play Detroit at home. We still got to play Arizona at home. Arizona's had our number in Detroit. I don't want to fuck with them this year. That's going to be a massacre. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. This week, it is the Washington Redskins, a.k.a. the Washington Deadskins, a.k.a. last place in the NFC East, a place that they've been very comfortable with for about the past 20 or so years. Anyway, other than last year, but, you know, hey, even a dog can have a lucky day. Anyway, on to business here. Now, this is a week where I'm not going to say, like, oh, the Eagles are absolutely going to win this game. They're such a better team than Washington. This is a team where the Eagles have already beaten the Washington Redskins this year. I mean, such a tremendous buzz created by the Eagles in Week 1 because they had one half of good football against this team, and everyone was like, oh my God, the Chip Kelly era in the NFL is here, and, like, you know, it's getting national attention and all this shit. Alright, now, RG3, honestly, I don't feel was on his game in Week 1. He was still recovering from that ACL tear. So to think we're going to get the same caliber of play out of him, especially the caliber of play that we got out of him in the first half of that Week 1 game, we got to be kidding ourselves. Now, one of the things that's tremendously different in this game is not only is the offense more productive for the Redskins, but the Eagles' defense is something that is just way over exceeding the expectations of the fans here in Philadelphia. DeMeco Ryans is finally that solid linebacker piece that we've been missing ever since Trotter was here. Haven't had a heartbeat in the linebacker position since Trotter's been here. And finally, DeMeco Ryans, he looked like it was like a flop signing from the Texans last year, and it was like, God damn, he had that strained hamstring, I think it was an ACL. Anyway, he was recovering from that, and he had a rough year last year. It wasn't really that impressive, and I was like, God damn, another bust linebacker. But this year, fucking boy is doing his thing. Just a lot of guys really performing. And especially in that secondary, which was soft as shit the first 4 weeks of the year. We need one more good week out of this defense. I'm tired of seeing this defense do good and the offense not show up in home games this year. Happened in that Giants game, and it happened in that Dallas game 3 and 4 weeks ago. You saw no production from the offense. You saw the defense hold the Giants to 5 field goals. You saw the offense hold Dallas to, what was it, like 17 points, whatever. And the offense can't do shit. We can't have that. Just find a way to win at home. Like, I don't even care if it's a close victory. I don't care if they barely skate through with a 1-point win, or if they get like a safety in overtime, like the fucking Dolphins did against Cincinnati on Thursday Night Football 2 weeks ago. I don't care how it is. The Eagles have to find a way to win this game. Because if they lose, especially if they lose to the fucking team that just lost to the Minnesota Vikings last week, I don't even want to think about it. Because I'm tired of seeing my fucking team lose at home. seeing the people that pay their good hard-earned money, seeing people I know go to the games saying, God damn, why do you even go? Why do you even go there, fight traffic, pay for parking, pay for concessions, do all that shit week in and week out? I'm tired of seeing shit like that happen in Philly. Fucking win. Fucking avenge that 25-point loss that Washington gave us here at the Link last year. I don't fucking forget that shit. That was fucking embarrassing. Fucking avenge that shit. Now, Washington is still hungry. There's no doubt about it. And I have a gut feeling they're going to stick with their running game a lot more. Because now they're coming to the realization that that's kind of what helped them get to the dance last year. And I just want to see the Eagles crowd the box as much as possible. Put 8 men in the box as much as possible. Billy Davis looks like he's finally getting this scheming shit down. Finally. And like I said, I've said before, like I wanted this guy strung up by his balls, but he's just completely changed my mind about him in recent weeks. Billy Davis has proven to be a very solid defensive coordinator for the Eagles. I'm more than pleased with what he's doing. Chip Kelly, he's winning me over as well. I'm still tentative to say, like, oh yeah, he's going to definitely take us to the promised land or anything like that. But I'm at a point now where I'm just going week by week. I don't care if, I partly do care that since Dallas has a bye and the Eagles are tied with Dallas at 5 wins apiece, the Eagles could have sole possession of first place this week. I don't even give a shit about that. I just want to focus this as a singular win. A singular win. I don't care if this positions them in the playoffs better. I just want a singular win out of this team. Because it's unrealistic to think this team is winning the Super Bowl. And frankly, if I don't think that, then I don't give a shit if they make it deep into the playoffs, win a playoff game or whatever. I just want to see this team continue to improve. They've already improved over last season, and I'm pleased with that. They got 5 wins. They had 4 wins last year. The offense has a pulse. The defense has a pulse. Last year, they were dead fish. So, I'm predicting the Eagles to win. I know it's a dumb prediction to say the Eagles are going to win a home game because that is a stupid prediction to make for the last almost year and a half now. But I'm predicting them to win. I think they're honestly a straight-up better team than Washington. Again, Washington has lost in some abysmal games this year, but then again, so has Philly. I don't think anything Philly's done has been as abysmal as Washington losing to the fucking Vikings like they did last week. I definitely don't feel RG3 is ever going to be that player that we've expected him to be, or even be that player that we saw last year. We may see little glimpses of that, but you can only fuck your knee up so many times, and I'm sure in Washington now, you guys are kind of regretting all those first-round draft picks, because you could have used a first-round draft pick last year, and you could have used a first-round draft pick this year, all of which you've given to St. Louis because you wanted their spot in the draft to get RG3, and now St. Louis is going, thank you for sucking this year, Washington, because you're making that second first-round draft pick for us that much better. Washington could have potentially had another, top 10 draft pick this year. But since they traded off for RG3, oh well. Anyway, enough picking on the Redskins. Just win at home. Just win at home, Philly. That's all I care about here. The Redskins are the Redskins. I just fucking win at home. I'm feeling I'm about to sneeze. That's why I keep sniffling here. Anyway, on to business here. Picking the Eagles to win at home. Let's see, what did I get wrong last week? Well, last week, funny enough, the first game off last week was that Thursday night game. I picked the Washington Redskins to win at Minnesota and got it wrong. Minnesota, my God. They actually showed up to play. And, it's just the story of the running game in there. And that's prediction where, again, like, I'm not really that pissed to get it wrong because I hate the fucking Redskins, so I'll be glad to get a prediction like that wrong. Anyways, moving along, let's bang through these. The greatest team ever beat Atlanta at Atlanta. I thought Atlanta would have enough self-respect left in their season to win one more home game. Instead, they got their doors blown off by the greatest team in the history of sports. I don't know if you know, but they've already declared the next 10 Super Bowl victories for that team with the greatest fan base in America in Washington State. It's pretty cool. I think they're having a Super Bowl commemorative parade each of the next 10 weeks. So I think it's like every Friday. So, you know, there's a big celebration that goes into the game on Sunday. So that's nice. That's nice. They're going to celebrate the next 10 Super Bowl wins since they've already got their names carved on the trophy because they're the greatest team ever. So, yeah. Anyway, beat a really good Atlanta team. Really stoked. They're the best team in the history of the game. What else did I get wrong? Jacksonville won. Now, you know, the one win I had that I saw for Jacksonville this year was beating Tennessee, but I figured it would be at Jacksonville that they would beat them, but I thought Tennessee played pretty well at home. I guess not. They lost to Jacksonville. Any given Sunday, hey, you know, congratulations. It's nice to see that another team that didn't get a win, just get a win. Just get an ounce of self-respect, just to make it look like, you know, anyone can really win in football. I mean, it's not like Tennessee's a juggernaut or anything like that. But you know what? Good for you, Jacksonville. Good for fucking you. As for teams that should have some self-respect, Indianapolis. I picked you to win at home against the Rams. What the fuck happened in this game? Fucking Indianapolis scored one fucking time to St. Louis's, I think they scored 62 times. Holy shit. I just had in my mind that especially that comeback win that Indianapolis had on Sunday Night Football 2 weeks ago against the Texans. I was like, holy shit, look out. This is, them and Carolina are the two teams to watch. Not anymore. You fucking go on your home field and lose that bad to a fucking soft team? With a backup quarterback? The fuck's your problem? Fucking Andrew Luck. Asshole. Anyway. I picked Buffalo to win at Pittsburgh, but what do you know? Pittsburgh, being the Steelers, they have an ounce of self-respect to win at home, and they won at home and gave that home crowd something to cheer for, unlike my Philadelphia Eagles that can't win at home to save their fucking life. That's the last game I got wrong. I went 9-5 last week. Predictions for this week. Let's just go right into this. The byes are Dallas and St. Louis. We got Indianapolis at Tennessee. Now, this is a game where, going before last week, I would say, oh, Indianapolis is definitely going to win this fucking game. There's no way they're going to lose. But Tennessee, you know, they played well at home until they lost to Jacksonville. So I'm like, which of these teams is the bigger fuck up? That's what I'm going for. And I don't see Indianapolis losing another game in a row here. So I'm going with Indianapolis to win at Tennessee, but fuck, I don't feel confident in that at all. The New York Jets at the Buffalo Bills. Now, generally, the Jets play like the opposite of what they played the week before. Now, this is kind of a tricky week because they had a bye week last week, so it's like, are they going to play like they're taking the week off? Or are they going to play like they did against New Orleans and kick that ass and play the opposite of that? I have no fucking clue, because it seems like I picked the Jets to win, I picked the Jets to lose, and the opposite happens damn near every fucking time. Fuck it, the Jets are winning at Buffalo. I'm sorry, Jet fans, I jinxed it. They're probably going to lose now. Baltimore at Chicago. Baltimore... by the way, that Hail Mary that Cincinnati got last week was very impressive. To take the game in the overtime, Baltimore ended up winning. I predicted Baltimore to win at home against Cincinnati. This week, however, I don't like this interconference matchup. I don't like them going into Chicago. Chicago should have started Schmitty McGee last week. Man, this is a tough game to pick. I don't know if Schmitty McGee is starting this week, actually. Regardless of that, look for Baltimore to win in Chicago. Tough matchup, and I see this being a close game, kind of like the Baltimore-Cincinnati game last week. Speaking of Cincinnati, we have the Cleveland Brownies at the Cincinnati Bengals. Cincinnati was so hurting not having Atkins at defensive end. You could tell Flacco is getting a lot of more time to get passes off, get a lot better decision making done. And it just, I feel if Atkins is playing that game, they would have won last week. Cleveland, though, you got to wonder how many more games they're going to win. And I hope they win the rest of their games, in all honesty, because, again, fuck Joe Banner. Fuck Joe Banner for trying to forfeit the Browns season week 2 of the NFL year. Look for Cincinnati to win here. Cincinnati's going to win home. Give him the hometown edge there, but Brownie should play him tough. Go Jason Campbell. Look at you. Look at you still playing in the NFL. Who would have thought that? Washington at Philadelphia. I got Philadelphia winning at home. Detroit at Pittsburgh. Blech. Oh, man. I hope Pittsburgh fucking... I hope the Pittsburgh defense shows up and roughs this team up. I mean, I'm not saying, like, I hope they cause anyone injuries or anything like that. Gives them a rough game that they have to lick their wounds for at least 2 weeks. Because Philly has to play this team at home after the bye week in 2 weeks. And I'm hoping Pittsburgh can do some mental damage to them. I don't know, win in overtime or something, but I honestly see Detroit winning this game. So I got Detroit winning in Pittsburgh. Atlanta at Tampa Bay. Fuck Atlanta. Fuck them. Fuck them for not even showing up against the greatest team in the history of sports last week. Tampa's winning at home. Arizona at Jacksonville. Jacksonville, enjoy your one win. You're not winning 2 in a row. Arizona's coming in. And don't look now, but Arizona's pushing for a playoff spot. And they're getting hot before they have to come into Philadelphia to play. That's fucking fantastic. Ah, boy. Just so I need another hot team coming into Philadelphia to play. That's going to be fun. Oakland at Houston. My God, which one of these two teams is more abysmal right now? Oakland coming off back-to-back losses to Philly and the New York Giants. How Oakland lost last week with Eli Manning playing some of the worst football that he's played all year. Fucking Houston just decided to cut Ed Reed for bad-mouthing his coach and all that shit, which, by the way, Ed Reed, I'll take you in Philly. Hop on board, buddy. I don't think they'll sign him because they're not going to pay him what he wants to get paid. He's going to shop around, but it'd be nice. I'd fucking take a season or 2 out of him. He'd be the best corner on this team. Anyway, this, you got to give the hometown team the advantage, I guess. I look for Houston to win. San Diego at Miami. San Diego, fuck you for losing that Redskins game. Losing to the Redskins 2 weeks ago. My God. I still hate them for that. Look for Miami to win at home. San Francisco at New Orleans. San Francisco got shut the fuck down by Carolina in that defense last week. Granted, San Francisco did a pretty good job shutting down Carolina's offense. This is a tough game because I really think San Francisco defense matches up well with New Orleans right now, but New Orleans just played a fucking juggernaut of a game against the Dallas Cowboys, which, by the way, was fucking fantastic. They set the all-time record for most first downs in a game, and just, oh, fucking hell, it was beautiful. Fuck the Cowboys. I'm gonna go with New Orleans on this, just from riding that confidence that the Dallas Cowgirls gave them last week for bending over and taking it in the ass. Green Bay at the New York Giants. Oh boy, Tolzien. Old Scott Tolzien, quarterback in the Packers. I thought he did a solid job last week against the Eagles. And I think he's going to do a solid job against the Giants. This Giants defense is waking up. The Giants are running a 3-game winning streak right here, and it ain't the arm of Eli Manning that's taking them to this. Like I said, they won a 5-field-goal game against the Eagles. They scratched out a win against Oakland, and I don't know. I think they could scratch and claw to a victory this week, but I think Green Bay is just a notch better than him, even with a green-as-grass, third-string, straight-off-the-practice squad rookie quarterback on the team. Tolzien, congratulations. You're going to get your first win in the NFL because you're beating the Giants at home at MetLife Stadium. Minnesota playing the greatest team in the history of the world up in Washington State. Who are we kidding? The greatest team in the history of the world is going to win this game. But my God, if their home streak gets snapped by one of the worst teams in the league, I want to hear what the excuses are going to be. Now, granted, I don't think that's going to happen because they're going to fucking rape Minnesota. Excuse me, anally sex Minnesota. Not funny to joke around with the R word. But just if I would just love that. That's my Christmas wish. To see Minnesota win in the greatest city in the history of the world, playing the greatest football team in the history of the world. I mean, this team in Washington, they've already won the next 10 Super Bowls. To see them lose at the hands of Minnesota, oh, that would be fucking fantastic. So, but anyways, Minnesota is going to lose that game. Kansas City at Denver. Here we fucking go. Here we fucking go. Let's stop the excuses for Kansas City because if they win, no more talk about this soft schedule that Andy Reid and the Chiefs have had to face, which I agree is, they have, record-wise, had the softest schedule in all of the NFL right now. But it's interesting because this Kansas City defense is ferocious, and seeing how Peyton Manning, especially how bad he got licked in the fourth quarter, I came to the realization that Peyton Manning is no longer a 16-game-a-year quarterback. He's not a guy that is going to take you through a full season of football and still have enough left over to get done any sort of damage in the playoffs. He just started looking like an old guy. He just started looking like a guy whose best years were well behind him. Now, I know it's kind of dumb to say that because he's putting up some of his best numbers ever, but if he doesn't get protection and he has to face a team like Kansas City still 2 more times, a team that can pass rush with the best of them in the NFL, I don't see him getting out of these games over the next 3 weeks. He's got to play Kansas City, then play him again in 2 weeks. I honestly don't see Peyton Manning making it out of these 2 games upright. But I do see Denver winning this week. I do see them making enough of a statement and denting Andy Reid's record this year because it's just ridiculous to think that Kansas City could go undefeated. There's just no fucking way, right? Anyways, I got Denver winning, especially at home. And finishing the week off, we have New England at Carolina. Carolina, I told you, is that team to keep an eye on right now. And I would say the other team would be Indianapolis, but fucking Andrew Luck. I mean, you got teams like the Cardinals that are all of a sudden winning games. It's like wow, they're making a playoff push. Detroit, look out for them. New Orleans, my God. And that team up in Washington State that takes teams like Tampa to overtime, squeaks out a victory, which is the greatest. That was one of the greatest victories in the history of football, by the way, even though Tampa was winless. Don't diss that team. Anyway, I look for Carolina to win at home and win convincingly. I think this is a statement game that Carolina is going to make. They're going to send word to the rest of the league because not many people were noticing them earlier in the season. They lost a squeaker game to that greatest team ever that's going to win the next 10 Super Bowls up in Washington State. Lost 7-12 to them, basically because the greatest team up there had one play the entire game to curse, and that was 80% of the game's offense. But anyway, I see them wanting respect because no one's really giving Carolina much respect. It's like, hello, did you see what they did to the fucking Giants? I know the Giants suck this year, but blowing them out by 30-plus points to none, my God, shit like that should be talked about more. And this game is Carolina has the opportunity to make a statement because Tom Brady is still Tom Brady and the Patriots are still the Patriots. And if they knock their fucking dick in the dirt, they're going to force people to take notice of them. So Cam Newton, it's your opportunity to get it done. was actually at a game last year. Cam Newton came into Philadelphia and beat us. Little comeback victory for Cam Newton in the fourth quarter. And, you know, the guy's got skill. The guy's got skill, and his team was underperforming for him last year. They really didn't find their way until the second half of the season. But if Carolina really wants to convince people that they're the real deal, winning that game in prime time on Monday Night Football is the best way to do it. So get it done, Carolina. Get it done, because I really feel Carolina is unfairly not getting the accolades that they should be getting at this point, because, my God, this is still a team that's averaging 1 touchdown per game, giving up. Defense gives up 1 touchdown per game. Now, their offense is a little lacking as well, other than games like I mentioned against the Giants, but I don't know. I'm just like quietly rooting for Carolina, because there's not much I don't like about that team. I really like the way they play football. I mean, again, they're playing my Eagles. Fuck them. But I don't know. That's just that team that I feel like they're getting buried, because teams like that, the greatest team ever that's winning the next 10 Super Bowls up in Washington State, steal all the headlines for, I still don't know what reason why, what convincing wins that they've had other than spare 2 games, one against San Francisco and one this past week, but against the shit Atlanta team. Anyway, Carolina, get it done. Get it done, because I like the way they play football on both ends of the ball. So, that concludes our Week 11 picks, and my God, Eagles win at fucking home. Defense, stay strong. Stay as strong as you've been the past 4 or 5 weeks. Take it into the bye week. Collect yourselves up. Hope Pittsburgh kicks the shit out of Detroit and softens them up for you in 2 weeks. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Just win at home. Beat the fucking Redskins. Just so I can come on next week. Just so I can come on after the game and say, ha ha ha. The only team the Eagles have been able to beat at home in the past year and some odd months has been the Washington Redskins. And what a better team than that. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's get it the fuck done, Philly. Good week of football ahead. I like these games. Anyway, you'll hear from me again after next week, or this Sunday's game, and of course still be making other videos and blah blah blah. Have a great day, everyone, and let's go Eagles. And even though it's a bye week, fuck the fucking Dallas Cowboys. Fuck them again. Fuck them sloppy seconds right after New Orleans. Fuck them. Have a great day, everyone.